by all of Vienna, not only as a great pianist, but as one of the greatest and most controversial composers of his time. But I saw it first. I nurtured that talent in him. I had helped him become what he now was.
On a stormy evening in February 1785, the elite of Vienna gathered to hear a new work from Austria's leading virtuoso pianist, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. The importance of what lay within this masterpiece was known to only one man, Leopold Mozart, the composer's estranged father. I believe Mozart is the greatest composer of all time. The popular view was that he was born a genius straight from his mother's womb. But in my opinion, his brilliance grew and developed from the loves and losses during his brief 35 years. Life was the driving force of his genius. In this series, I want to discover, helped by the true accounts of those who knew him firsthand and following in his footsteps, how Mozart's own suffering and joy created music so powerful that it captivates the listener today just as it did that first audience more than 200 years ago. Mozart was born into a musical family. His father Leopold was the author of a famous manual on violin playing and deputy director of music to the Archbishop of Salzburg.
What do you think the outcome will be, Herr Schenk?
I can assure you, Herr Mozart, the Archbishop is delighted with your composition. I heard him say so. And that his violinists will have to study them closely by Ascension Day.
Leopold's family was small but close. Maria Anna, his wife, for whom he'd been disinherited for marrying beneath his station. His daughter, Nan Earl, herself an accomplished keyboard player. And little Wolfgang, 4 years younger and the apple of Leopold's eye.
My little brother had a passion for knowledge. His tasks occupied him completely. For example, when he was doing sums, the table, chairs, walls, even the floor were covered in chalk figures. One day my father came home from work and found Wolfgang busy scribbling away. He must have been about 4 at the time. Papa asked him what he was writing. A keyboard concerto, replied Wolfgang, and I've nearly finished the first part. Papa was, needless to say, very dubious as to this assertion, but he had a look at the manuscript.
That evening when I asked him to play me something, I knew immediately that my life was now in servitude to something as rare, sounds poetic, I grant, as rare as when the moon blots out the sun. Let's hear the subject. God had given him to me in his great mercy. The answer. It was my duty from the moment he began to play to ensure that my son's sacred music.
채 40살도 되지 않은 나이에 세상을 뜬 비운의 작곡가이자 악사들의 노래만 듣고도 음을 세분화한 절대음감의 소유자. 천재성만큼의 지식을 지녔고 지식만큼의 천재성을 가졌다 평가받는 유일한 음악가. 그는 바로 볼프강 아마데우스 모차르트입니다. 모차르트의 이름에 들어간 아마데우스는 라틴어로 신의 사랑을 받은 아이라는 뜻입니다. 모차르트는 이름에 걸맞게 신이 선물한 것 같은 천부적인 음악적 재능을 가지고 태어났는데요. 그는 5살에 작곡을 시작해 8살에 첫 교향곡을 완성시키기도 했죠. 하지만 그의 음악들이 단순히 천부적인 재능만으로 탄생한 건 아닙니다. 현재 우리에게 큰 사랑을 받고 있는 그 음악들이 만들어지기까지 모차르트는 어떤 여정을 거쳤을까요? 그의 음악 세계로 지금 떠나봅니다. 1756년 모차르트는 잘츠부르크 궁정 관현악단의 음악 감독인 레오폴트 모차르트의 아들로 태어났습니다. 모차르트는 아버지가 자신의 누나에게 음악을 가르쳐주는 모습을 보면서 스스로 건반을 배울 정도로 신동이었습니다. 모차르트의 재능을 발견한 아버지는 음악 감독의 일을 그만두고 아들에게 피아노와 바이올린을 가르치죠. 그리고 1762년 모차르트가 6살이 되던 해에 아버지는 그를 데리고 연주 여행을 시작합니다.
I think probably the words of Goethe describe it best, and I'll paraphrase. A phenomenon like Mozart is something that can't be explained.
Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart was born on January 27, 1756, in Salzburg, Austria. As a 3-year-old, Mozart learned the piano by watching his father Leopold teach his older sister Maria Anna.
This child prodigy, who was writing music by the age of 6, began very quickly to develop his skills in all of the different musical forms, and he mastered them all.
Starting at the age of 6 until 17, Mozart traveled and performed across Europe with his sister.
Mozart made a living as a concert pianist, and so he wrote many of his concertos for piano for himself to bring along on tour. He'd write a symphony for this gig he's got next Thursday, and sometimes it was that quick.
By 17, Mozart was appointed assistant concertmaster for the Royal Court of Salzburg, where he expanded his range of musical works.
One of the remarkable things about Mozart is the fact that he succeeded in so many different musical genres, including opera, symphony, chamber music, sonata, even musical comedy. Mozart worked constantly and at a lightning pace.
Mozart married in 1782 and lived lavishly off his success, almost to the brink of ruin. To earn money, he continued to be a prolific composer and performer, and in 1786, Mozart successfully premiered his opera, The Marriage of Figaro.
Mozart's really the one who brought opera to a more personal and great level, such that these works have never disappeared.
But Mozart's opulent lifestyle, coupled with the Austro-Turkish War, caused major financial problems, propelling Mozart into a deep depression.
He was later in life turning more inward and looking at things more reflectively.